Lincoln regular basketball on WLCN 96.3 and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Window Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Timbercrest Veterinary Service, the Lincoln Park District, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, Citizens to elect Kevin Bateman for Lincoln Mayor, Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul, Denise Costello Salon at 416 Holly Drive, Gary's Drywall, Finishing, Painting and Power Washing, Connect Construction, Lincoln Dare, AG Farms, and by Stuffteria Pizza.
From Lobernica Gymnasium in Springfield, it's time for Lincoln Railer basketball. Tonight, WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com are pleased to bring you this evening's contest as the Railers take on the Crimsons from Jacksonville High School in the first round of the Class 3A Regional. Good evening, everyone. This is Jeff Benjamin, and along with Josh Komnick, we're ready to bring you all of tonight's exciting Railer action. We wish a very pleasant good evening to those joining us on 96.3 FM and around the world on WLCNonline.com. It's time to sit back and enjoy Lincoln Railer basketball.
America's original March Madness. While schools in other states, colleges, and universities enjoy this time of the basketball
It is postseason here in the 2016-2017 season. Along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you. We thank you for joining us here on what we hope is the first of many postseason contests for the Railers. We'll get the starting lineups here in just a moment. First, we want to remind you that tonight's tip-off is being brought to you by Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, located on Lincoln's west side. You're invited to stop by now during the huge selection of pre-loved vehicles priced under $99.90 at Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, priced to sell. That's right, this is one of the best times of the year to purchase a quality pre-owned vehicle as trade-ins are at a peak. They won't last long at these incredible prices. Call Ed Segelke at 217-314-9000 and Denny Small at 217-737-4239. You can also stop by the showroom located at 2301 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln for more details. And you can view everything online at jimexamus.com, and that is available 24/7. Railers and the Crimsons on a Wednesday night. The Railers look to improve to 19-12, but more importantly, Josh, they look to make a date here Friday night against the top seed Lanphier. It's easy to look ahead and say, well, they knocked off Lanphier, so there's a chance. But these two teams are matched up so closely. We've talked about it. These teams could play 10 times tonight and split it 5 apiece.
Well, we gave it just because we're Railer fans, 51-49, the Railers with a slight advantage. So you're absolutely right. Whoever can and really it's just shoot the ball tonight. You know, we saw where the Railers did a great job on their guards last time, or the first time at the bowl when we were a winner 43-34 back on December 9th, and it was the time where the Railers were not as good and the Jacksonville were better, and mainly because Hayes and White were shooting it from the perimeter when they got us at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium 49-47, and that night it was the Hayes and White show with Brady Hayes hitting the game winner. So we've got to get out on those two guys especially, and way out on the perimeter, and then of course you've got 6'7" McCombs to deal with in the middle. So no easy task here on the opening night of regional action.
Railers in the home whites with the red lettering trimmed in green numerals trimmed in white. Jacksonville in their road red uniforms with white lettering and numerals. Opening tip is up, and Jacksonville wins the toss, and they've got the ball in the back court. Now working into the front court, there is Brady Hayes. Hayes between the circle, now near side to White. James White, Brady Hayes, Brandon McCombs, Stephen Albers, and Garrett Skaman, the starters for Jacksonville. Railers go with the starters they've been using for much of the last half of the season. Cannon, Kirby, Hullinger, Bowers, and Grunder. First shot in the lane is up off the front of the rim. No good. Railers with the rebound.
Yeah, that's a good job by the Railers, too. If you want a couple guys shooting in for Jacksonville, you obviously don't want Hayes and White to get off early, and that time the Railers did a good job. Did a good job on boxing out, too.
Titus steps into a three. It's off the back of the rim. No good. White the rebound for Jacksonville, but the shot from Cannon came right from where we talked about, where Lincoln's going to have to find some points from their point guard.
Yeah, and you know, of course, Jacksonville played us a couple times. I've read about it a lot in the paper this year in the league. You're going to have to, other guys are going to have to score for the Railers.
Brady Hayes, his first three of the night, missed it badly off the left side of the rim. So the Railers come down. We're looking for the first points of the contest. 6:40 to go. Opening quarter. Bryson from the volleyball line. Up and good.
Yeah, and that's where, Hayes and White are generally at shooting, and it's nice to see Kirby off to a good start here. First shot up, gets the Railers on the board for three.
Bryson with three-pointer number 80 on the season. In the lane, McComb spins one way, back the other with the left hand, the little baby hook shot up and good.
Nice move by McCombs, catches it about 5 feet from the basket and went up and under, and then came back around with the left hand. Just a big-time move. Guy's going to go to Lewis University and continue playing basketball next year. So for the Railers, definitely a guy you got to pay attention to underneath.
Grunder on the baseline, backs out to Isaiah. Swing it right now to Titus Cannon. Cannon bounces high post to Ben. Ben with a move, drives down the lane. It had knocked away from behind by McCombs, and they're going to say it was knocked off of Grunder. So the ball will go to Jacksonville. And Josh, an early substitution for the Railers. Drew Bacon in for Nolan Hullinger.
Probably for some more size underneath to match up with McCombs. You know, that time he shot it, the first time he shot it over Grunder, which was looked relatively easy, and he wants to get Bacon in there with a little more size. Bacon at 6'5", McCombs at 6'7". A little tougher to shoot over Bacon than it is probably Grunder, and plus Grunder gives you a little bit better defense out on the perimeter.
5:45 to go. Railers with an early 3-2 advantage here at Lober-Nika Gymnasium. Brandon McCombs' baseline jumper hit the side of the backboard. Ball loose, and Albers was trying to pick it up, and he was standing out of bounds while he was trying to reach down. So turnover. We'll give it back to the Railers. And Josh, 2.5 minutes in, some early jitters, you think?
I think so, a little bit, but the Railers so far have gotten a couple good shots and just not been able to get them go, and Kirby with a good one from three.
Bacon bounces across through the lane over to Grunder. Grunder on the baseline, cut off by the double team. On top to Titus, swinging around quickly, left wing, Isaiah three on the way. Back of the rim, no, there's Albers, the board for Jacksonville.
Yeah, the Railers just don't want to be too quick with their shots. They got to make sure they're open. Isaiah with a look there, thought he was rushed a little bit. Didn't think he had a great handle on the basketball, and most times when that happens, they don't go in.
Swing it over to Hayes. Hayes had it knocked away by Grunder. Hayes tracks it down. White on the left side, long three, missed it badly. Rebound down to McCombs, it won't go, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line shooting two. And Josh, that was just a situation on the rebound where the shot was missed so badly, no one was any good rebounding position.
Well, and yeah, you're right, and that's what happens on an air ball. It's always tough as you're at defense. You're going to box out, and unfortunately, Kirby was down there underneath the league's leading rebounder at over 10 rebounds a game in McCombs, and he was able to get the rebound. Fouled him on the way going up, but McCombs misses the free throw, so a good foul by Kirby.
McCombs, the 6'7" senior. And you remember when we were over in Jacksonville when the Railers made that comeback and took the lead and eventually won the game as McCombs hits the second one, how infrequently Jacksonville got the ball to him in the second half.
Yeah, it looks like they've already looked to get the ball a little more inside than they did that time. So, one of the game plans probably for Jacksonville is to get it into that big guy inside.
Railers and Crimsons tied at 3. Titus lobs over to Bryson Kirby on the left side. Back now to Cannon. Cannon drives in. There's Drew off the glass. Missed the easy one. Rebound down to Jacksonville. That's exactly what you talked about. That's right where we used to see ball being blocked, and Drew just didn't get it to go down.
Yeah, got to convert those.
McCombs, he missed it again from the baseline. That's 2 in a row that he's hit off the side of the backboard.
Yeah, and that's usually he's really good at 10, 15 feet away, and they've gotten him there on the baseline a couple times, and the Railers have been fortunate enough where he's not been on target so far. But good job on the last possession by Cannon to get it down to Bacon. Bacon underneath has got to convert those easy ones.
Halfway through the first quarter, Bryson Kirby, another three up and good.
Kirby 2 for 2 to start the game. A good penetration of these last couple possessions by Cannon to get to the gaps of that 1-3-1. And able to find that time Kirby, the one time he found Bacon.
Railers up 6-3. Brady Hayes, his three on the way, and we are tied at 6.
Brady Hayes.
Some of the better shooters in the league playing
Absolutely.
tonight, Jeff. And you get Kirby on the floor, and you get White on the floor, and of course Hayes is out there also. The guys can flat out put the ball in the hole.
Titus, top of the key, kicks it over to Grunder. Grunder on the baseline, slips by the defender, rolls it off the glass and good.
Yeah, nice quick move by Grunder too, and again, Cannon getting right in the middle of that defense, and an excellent pass by Grunder. A good job by 24 Ben Grunder, the junior, getting quickly to the basket and getting it up before McComb can get to him.
8-6, Railers lead, ball tipped away, but Jacksonville comes out with it. Albers back on top. Hayes, another three, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, and Kirby was right on him too, a hand in the face, and you've got to be just nose to nose with Hayes, or he's going to get a shot off, and so far he's been able to get 2 of them to go.
2:40 to go in our first quarter. Jacksonville up 9-8. And, of course, being 6'4", he's able to go up a little bit even higher over the Railer defender.
Well, we've talked about it, too. He's got that high release on the shot. It's almost like a line drive, and, boy, he doesn't have a lot of room for error.
Bryson.
But he's gotten nothing but the bottom of the net so far.
Bryson's three is no good, but Bacon's there to grab the rebound. Come back out with it. Grunder will fire one off. That's on the way. Back to the rim, no. And it's Albers the board for Jacksonville. 2:15 to go in quarter number 1. Jacksonville the basketball and a 1-point lead here in regional opener for both teams. White's three is no good. And there's Isaiah Strong for the Railer rebound. Almost taken away by Hayes. Ball a little bit loose, but Kirby will settle everything down. Walk it into the front quarters. We're under 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, good action so far. Both teams shooting the ball well. Both teams passing the basketball well.
Bryson underneath to Bacon. Out to Isaiah for three from the corner is no good. Jacksonville another rebound. Skaman. There's Bryson and Isaiah with a good double team. Hayes can't control it, and into the hands of Drew Bacon. Railers good hands on defense there.
Yeah, active again. You saw Skaman get the ball, not comfortable with the basketball at all, and the Railers doing a good job of pressuring out on the perimeter.
Minute 15 to go, first quarter. Isaiah tried to bounce it down to Bacon, and it was kicked, so it'll stay with the Railers. Titus Cannon will check out. Tate Sloan in for the Railers.
You know, Isaiah 0 for 2 from 3. Here's where he's got to really concentrate on putting his head down and getting to the basket. A little bit of what Cannon's done so far. Isaiah can look for his layup and his shot a little bit more in and around the hoop.
Bryson looking to inbound. Kicks back out to Tate Sloan. Bowers, Kirby, Bacon, and Grunder on the floor for the Railers, rounding out the 5. Bacon on the baseline, back out to Tate. Tate at the volleyball line, dribbles top of the key now, lobs down in the right corner to Grunder. Grunder tries to make a move, now double team coming, knocked away. Nope, foul's going to be whistled on White for Jacksonville. And we've got 1:01 left in our first quarter. First foul on the Crimsons.
Foul is on Jacksonville, number 10.
Well, Ben's getting it in the corner too, and we've seen that a few times this year where he gets trapped in that corner and wants to hang on to it. That's exactly where they want you, just like a little bit like the 1-2-2. You get in the corner, they're going to have guys coming after you. Ben's got to make a decision earlier. Get rid of that thing or get going to the hoop.
Isaiah in the left corner. Back out now to Grunder. Grunder's going to drive in the lane. Kick back out to Isaiah. Isaiah drives baseline. Underneath to Drew. Drew in the lane. Back out to Tate. Grunder fires a three on the way. Back to the rim. No. Isaiah comes flying in with the rebound and saves it for the Railers. Bryson loads up a three. That's going to be off the rim. No good. Still fighting for the rebound. Ball loose, and it's Tate with the rebound for the Railers. And then we've got a foul underneath. And we're going to see, are they going to call a double foul maybe? Because Bacon went down, McCombs went down. And it'll be interesting to see what they're going to call.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're going to give the call on Drew.
Foul is on Lincoln, number 23, Drew.
Wow. Drew's the one that went down. Drew comes out. McCombs and Bacon got tangled up, Josh, under the Lincoln basket. when we heard the whistle, Bacon was the one on the ground. You know, Drew has not had much luck about getting fouled in this gym. Remember, this is where he got hurt earlier in the year.
Yeah, and if anything, you know, it's a double foul, I would have thought. You know, if you guys get tangled up and both go down, I don't know how you can blame one or the other.
Foul on the drive by McCombs. 17 seconds to go. That foul is going to go against Ben Grunder. First on the junior, third on the team. And it's McCombs at the line, and he is shooting 2. First one on the way is up for McCombs, and good. Well, they've got 10. Hayes has 6, and McComb has 4. Nothing you would be surprised about, really. That's where they probably figure they're going to have to get their scoring tonight.
It's going to be McCombs, White, or Hayes. One of the three is probably all three are going to be doing most of the scoring for the Crimsons.
So the Railers down 11-8, look to score on this final possession of the quarter. Sloan down to 10. Over to Isaiah. Bowers on the dribble. Bounces in, tried to get it in to Grunder on the low post, but it was kicked away again, so with just under 5 to go, it'll be Bryson inbounding on the baseline. Again, 11-8 our score. Railers trail by 3. Bryson inbounding. Lob play. Isaiah the catch. Back out to Tate. Need to fire it up. Bryson's 3 on the way. Left it short. End of the quarter. Into 1. Jacksonville with the lead. Jacksonville 11. Lincoln 8. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Welcome back to Lobernica Gymnasium, along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you, starting the second quarter of action of regional play. It is Jacksonville with a 3-point advantage, 11-8 over the Railers. Lincoln with the basketball as we start the second quarter. Bryson Kirby leading the way with 6. Ben Grunder the other 2 for Lincoln. Hayes with 6, 5 for McCombs. That's all of our scoring here tonight. Underneath, Isaiah just on the outside of the lane. Spins back out. Titus over to Grunder. Grunder weaves through the traffic. Back out to Titus. Titus back out now to Bryson. Quickly over to Grunder. Grunder through the lane. Back out to Titus again. This time Titus will fire a 3 and hit it. Yeah, you like the pass. You like Grunder getting right into the middle too. Kicked out to Cannon, where Cannon had his feet set and ready to shoot. You just don't want our guys to get apprehensive of shooting the ball inside. Just because McCombs has blocked one of our shots, we still got to continue to go at him. Titus went down with some contact, and as he went down, the ball handler for Jacksonville tripped over Titus, and so the foul was whistled on Titus. That'll be his first, 4th already. Yeah, 14 fouls on the Railers, just 1 on Jacksonville so far. 7-11, tied at 11, second quarter. Hayes in the lane, turns from 15 off the glass, no, and there's Cannon with the rebound, and then a foul is going to be whistled on Jacksonville, and a little derision in the cheering from the Railer fans, almost finally. Yeah, and a good thing it was on McCombs. Really, that play with Bacon, when him and McCombs got tangled up, I thought it should have been a double foul. It's hard to pick on one guy, and that would have given McCombs his second, but again, the Railers with a good stop on that possession. A good job of the Railers so far on the defensive boards, too. Bryson back to Grunder. 6:45 to go in the first half. Isaiah from the corner, his 3 off the back of the rim. No. All Jacksonville there for the rebound. That rebound coming down from 6'3" junior Will Peak. His first notch of the score sheet here tonight. Well, you talked about the points coming from 3 guys, Jeff. Just looking through the stats, they come up with about 46 of the points, 46 of the 54 that Jacksonville scores per game. So you want 3 guys to guard, you better guard those guys. White's 3 from well past the top of the key fell short off the front of the rim. Railers the rebound. Isaiah drives the baseline, tries to get it into Bacon. Drew lost the handle of it, but the Railers recover. Isaiah baseline again. Now he's stuck on the baseline, back out to Kirby. Swing it quickly to Grunder. Grunder on the right side of the lane, trying to work his way free, and it's taken away by Skaman. And then Skaman lost the handle on the dribble, and Titus comes right back with it. Boy, Isaiah's really got to be aggressive to the hoop. He's got to get to the basket and try and score. Right now, he's looking to pass everything. Isaiah off the glass, missed it hard. Rebound to Skaman for the Crimsons. A lot of action, not much scoring here on a Wednesday night. Tied at 11, approaching the 5.5-minute mark, first half. Hayes backing Titus. Swings it over on the left wing to Peak. Peak swatted away, but back to Peak. Nice job defensively by Grunder and Bacon. There's Skaman down the lane on a nice pass from McCombs, and Skaman lays it in.
Tough there for the Railers, too. A couple times where we got the ball tipped away, just couldn't come up with it, and then finally McCombs gets it, and then a cutting Skaman to the basket. So good defensive pressure by the Railers, just unfortunate on we couldn't come up with a loose ball.
Kirby out to Grunder, right side three. Long, rebound to Bacon, and they're going to get Drew for the push-off on the rebound, and Hullinger quickly off the Railer bench as Drew has picked up his second 15 foul. And when you saw what happened, as soon as Drew went up, the Jacksonville defender, instead of him going up, went forward. Official standing right in front of it. That's going to be an easy call.
Yeah, right in front of him, yeah. Easy push-off from Drew, but you like him being aggressive going to the offensive rebounds.
Right. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Jacksonville 13, Lincoln 11. Early on, 3 points is the biggest lead that Jacksonville has had. Railers were up by 3, so this closely contested so far in the first half. Albers, McCombs to a cutting Skaman, rejected away by Isaiah. Nice help from the weak side by Bowers. Into the front court goes Titus. Titus right down the lane, bounces to Isaiah. Hands back to Hullinger. Quickly on top to Bryson. Bryson back to Hullinger. Now the Railers will set up. Bounce over to Titus. Titus will fire off another three off the side of the rim. No, and White the rebound. Some of our shooters looking a little hesitant tonight.
Yeah, and Isaiah starting to look hesitant on one of his better things is going to the basket, and he's really not attempted a shot around the hoop, and he's been getting there several times. His shot's not falling from the outside, so he's going to have to do something a little more around the basket.
Driving the lane, nice two-man game. They got it from McCombs on the baseline. Hayes cuts to the basket, wide open with the lay-in. It is now 15-11. And don't look now, but Jacksonville's on a 9-3 run. Up 15-11 with 3:40 to go in the first half. Railer offense pushed almost near the timeline right now, Josh.
Yeah, and we're not going to those gaps where Titus was earlier.
Swing it quickly. Bryson open for a three. That one's off the front of the rim. Ball loose. McCombs, can he track it down? Last touch by the Railers, going for the rebound. So Jacksonville has the ball. 4-point lead.
Number 4, Jordan White.
Jordan White will check in. He replaces Albers. And the thing is, a lot of their scoring and their scoring opportunities here in the second quarter, Josh, have been them getting the ball on the baseline and somebody cutting right down the lane.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen that. Normal West did that quite a bit to us. And now Jacksonville's starting to do that where they're getting to that short porch and then cutting from there.
White, a long three high off the heel of the rim. And it's going to be Jordan White whistled for the foul as Isaiah went down hard after the rebound. He's okay. It'll be the first on Jordan White, third. And checking in will be Tate Sloan, but also checking in for his first action tonight is 6'8" sophomore Jermaine Hamlin.
Yeah, and something Coach hasn't done yet a whole lot this year is put Jermaine in a tight game here at varsity action. So Coach wants some action on the boards. He wants some action, maybe somebody to erase some shots around the rim.
Grunder drives the baseline. Still looking to clear. Tried to get it to Jermaine. Ball kicked around. It's McCombs that comes out with it for the Crimson. A very quickly played first half. We're already down to 2.5 to go.
Yeah, not a lot of shooting fouls, not a lot of fouls at all. Really just 18 fouls for both teams combined. So not a lot of stoppage of play.
Hayes. Over to Jordan White. Back to James White, dumps it down on the baseline to McCombs. Grunder cuts out on James White. Boy, every time White gets the ball, even in the front court, he's looking in the face of Ben Grunder.
Yeah, and
nice defense by Bryson.
Get to the basket, Isaiah.
Into the hands of Bowers. Bowers down the lane. He'll curl back out. Picks up his dribble out to Sloan. Now to Kirby. Under 2 minutes to go. Well, the Railers are doing it defensively, just having a hard time getting shots and good looks here on the offensive end. Sloan Over in the corner to Grunder. Jermaine on the baseline. Jermaine makes a move with the left hand. Wouldn't go down. Bounced a couple times on the rim. Good move by the sophomore, but another rebound for Jacksonville. McCombs with the crossover dribble. Off the glass. Good, and the foul. Foul on Hamlin, and Josh, we talk about it a lot when we see the Railers. I think that was just a case of a senior taking advantage of a sophomore.
Yeah, just a lot of experience there in McCombs, and not a whole lot there by with Hamlin. So good job by McCombs of getting to the basket. But that's really been the difference, Jeff, is we're shooting a lot of threes. Right now, Jacksonville getting to the basket, making easy shots.
Free throw by McCombs, up and good. He has 8. It is an 18-11 lead. Jacksonville now up 7. Under a minute and a half to go. And that run is now stretched to a 12-3 advantage. Grunder, the lob underneath Jermaine. Jermaine had it swatted away from behind, but in doing so, McCombs will pick up his second. That's the 4th team foul, and we see Albers off the bench. And you got to believe that Coach Cameron is going to get his big man out before he would pick up the third here in the first half.
Yeah, with the lead, with just a minute 17, you don't want McCombs, of course, to pick up his third foul here in the first half. So big 2 free throws here by the sophomore Hamlin.
Jermaine, the lefty. Free throw on the way is up. Missed it off the back of the rim. No. Albers in, McCombs out. McCombs and Hayes each lead the way for the Crimsons with 8. Skaman with the other basket for the Crimsons. We see Colton Holiday off the Railer bench. He'll be checking in a moment. Hamlin's free throw up and good. So Jermaine splits a pair.
Entering the game for the Railers, number 30.
And Holiday will check in for Hamlin. And a timeout is taken by Jacksonville. It's just a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. 1:17 to go in the first half. 18-12, Jacksonville with the lead. And Josh, take us into the huddle. Seeing some combinations for the Railers that we don't normally see. What's Coach Al looking for with Jermaine and Colton out there?
Well, and now that Colton has checked in for Jermaine, but you don't have McCombs in there now, so you might have to think about spreading your defense out just a little bit. Maybe not have to worry as much about the middle with McCombs being out, and really concentrate on Hayes and White, because they're going to look to really shoot the ball with their main man going to the bench with 2 fouls. So the Railers probably just thinking over, get out on the shooters, and also hopefully Coach is telling them get to the basket on the other end.
So you've got Sloan, Grunder, Kirby, Bowers, and Holiday for your Railers. Jacksonville handles the pressure into Albers at near the timeline, and it's swatted away by Tate. Can Tate grab it? Nope, Tate knocked it out of bounds, but a good job. Again, that's one thing you really can't fault the Railers for tonight, is just how quick their hands have been defensively. Some loose balls haven't gone their way, but they're making it difficult for Jacksonville other than those drives to the basket. And then there's another steal by Kirby as he swatted it away.
Yeah, and it's just a tough pass there by Jacksonville. Threw it into a bunch of Railers with Hayes trying to go up and get it. So good job of the Railers. Railer defense being really active, like you said, with their hands. Getting a lot of tip-aways, a lot of steals. Got to convert on this end and get some easy baskets.
45 seconds to go. 3 on the way for Isaiah. That's going to be no good. Ball loose. Picked up. That was actually Kirby's shot. Isaiah came in with the rebound. Down in the corner to Bowers. 30 seconds. Isaiah drives up. Won't go down. But Isaiah's going to go to the line, and he'll be shooting too. And Josh, that's something that you've been talking about. Good things happen when you go to the basket.
Well, you put the ref in a situation where they've got to make a call. You've got a chance to make a layup. Now Isaiah doesn't make the layup, but draws a foul and gets to the free throw line. So, there's a lot of good things that happen when you get to the hoop. And Isaiah, not looking good from the perimeter, maybe gets his confidence going with the free throw there as he steps up and makes the first one. So once a shooter, a scorer, has got to see that ball go in the rim first, and now maybe that gets Bowers going.
Isaiah first and second came in a 71% free throw shooter. He's going to improve on that, and the Railers have cut it to 4, down just 18-14 here in the final 30 seconds of the first half. Hayes over to Albers, near side to White, back up to Jordan White. James White, a long 3. That's going to be off, no good. Rebound, Hayes tried to grab it. Holiday had it. Ball loose on the floor. They kick it back out Swatted away. It's Jacksonville that comes out with it. White again, another three. That's going to be no good. We're down to 5 seconds. Isaiah grabs it. Peeks to the clock.
basket, Isaiah.
Half court. Throws it up from three-quarter court. Left it short, and we go to the half. A lot of action at the end of the first half. Railers can't cut into it much. Our score at halftime, it is Jacksonville 18, Lincoln 14.